hope you're all well. Today is the 12th day of the 12 days of Christmas Minimalism Challenge, and I just want to start by saying a huge thank you to everyone who has watched and joined in with the challenge. That is, for me, was the most important thing. Even if I just had 10 people watching each video challenge, but they were all doing the challenge, that would just make me so happy, because I know that I'm helping other people to minimise their lives in a very stressful time of year, during a very stressful time of year. But the fact that so many of you have been watching, the boys have decided to start making all the noise downstairs. Yeah, the fact that so many of you have been watching and sharing when you've been doing the challenge, like using the hashtag 12 days of minimalism and 12 days of Christmas minimalism challenge, and tagging me and stuff, like, I'm really glad. It makes me feel really good, especially when I've had messages from people saying, like, I feel so much better now, and I'm like binge watching the minimalism challenge videos, and yeah, it makes me feel really good. So if you are watching this past the time that I'm filming it, then that's absolutely fine. You can do it anytime. Like, this applies to any time of year. I just thought that at this time of year in particular, we tend to get a lot of clutter. You know, we tend to buy more food, more comfort food and toys and presents for people, and also it's the time of year that people do tend to be a bit bogged down. They want to be finishing all their work and getting their to-do list done, ready for a fresh start in 2020 and or January 1st of whatever year. And you know, it's darker, so we're inside our houses more, and it's colder, so we're inside more. And it's just a time of year in particular, I believe, that your surroundings should be really clear, because as I said in the very first video, and I probably mentioned it along the way as well, a clear space equals a clear mind, and it is so important to have a clear mind so that you can be happy and free and make positive decisions. So yeah, it just, for me, it was a really good time to do this challenge. And it challenged me as well, because I feel like I hadn't really been posting that much on my YouTube. I've had so much going on in my personal life, and it's been a little bit crazy, but it's just really helped me to focus and do something that I love doing, because minimalism for me is a topic that I love talking about on here, and it's something that I'm really passionate about, and all kinds of positivity, self-care, happiness, like just helping people to live a happier, more fulfilling life in ways that aren't going to cost them loads of money. And you know, it's things that you can do right now. You can pick up a bag and you can go around and you can declutter, and you can start making changes to your lifestyle and your mindset and things like that to live a more minimalistic and clear life. So yes, for those of you who have joined in, thank you so much. And if you're just joining in now and this is later, again, thank you so much. Today, being that it is Christmas Eve and tomorrow is Christmas Day, I'm not going to get you guys to be running around with a bin bag, because you've probably got enough to do, like last minute wrapping or eating mince pies and watching Christmas movies, or just chilling with your family. So I thought I'm still going to give you a little task to do, but this one is all about the things that I want you to leave in 2019. I want you to leave them in December. I want you to leave them in 2019. I want you to leave them in this decade. January the 1st is not only a new month, it's not only a new year, but it is a new decade. And that for me just is so significant, that we can be starting anew. It is a new chance to, you know, just change our lives for the better. If we've already started making those positive changes, then really, you know, enforcing them and going forward with them. And just living a more positive and abundant, not just financially abundant, but like just to feel wealthy when it comes to your health and the people you surround yourself with, and your things as well, your experiences, your thoughts, everything, just to feel fulfilled, full of all of the positive things. This is something that I do say quite a lot. Minimalism doesn't mean that you have to have, to me anyway, this is my take on it, you don't have to have empty drawers, empty cupboards, an empty home. Your home can be full as long as it is of things that you want, love and need. So for today's one, this is everything that I want you to leave 2019, leave in the last decade, but they're not necessarily physical things. You know, these are mindset things. They're things that I want you to have in mind when you go into 2020. Okay, number one, worries. Actually, I'm not even going to number them because I think I'm going to get stuck. worries about the future, worries about what might happen, what could happen, because the only time is now. Like, you can't worry about something that might never happen because you will be constantly living in that anxious state of worry. Self-limiting beliefs. This is something that I've been working on so much, and I think I'll forever be working on it, but it's getting easier and easier, and I am changing as a person. Work out what your self-limiting beliefs are. I did a video, which I will link below. I don't even know what the video was on, but I remember talking about how I kind of discovered my self-limiting beliefs. It was about anxiety and, you know, finding out what your triggers are when you're anxious, and if you can, you know, link them back to self-limiting beliefs. So find what they are and work on leaving them. It's not going to be an instant thing. It takes time, it takes a lot of effort, sometimes a lot of tears, but work on leaving those in 2019, because they're nothing, but they are holding you back. Mindless scrolling. This is one that I will be trying to do. I am trying to do so much. Scrolling through social media, scrolling through accounts of people that don't make you feel good, they don't make you feel happy, they make you feel bad about yourself. You end up feeling all these negative emotions, which I will get into when you see their posts. So firstly, cull your social media feed. Go through it, unfollow the people that you don't. For me, the only people I follow are people who are friends and family. They are people that inspire me, they make me laugh, they teach me something new, they are just informative, funny, they bring something. If I look at someone's social media post and it annoys me, I don't follow them. If I think, oh, I wish I had that and it makes me feel lack, I don't follow them. If I look at someone and think, oh, I would love to have that, that's inspiration to me, then I do follow. You know, if it makes me think, oh, I'm going to go and message my friend about this and, you know, have that bitterness and jealousy and put all of my attention into someone else's life, I need to be unfollowing them. So yeah, that's one thing. Mindless scrolling when I could be using that time on my phone to build my businesses. Jealousy, anger, bitterness, comparison. The only person that you should ever be comparing yourself to is you yesterday. Don't compare yourself to someone, especially not someone on an app, on YouTube. Like, please don't ever compare yourself to me, because, you know, I am showing you, this is a, however long, it's probably going to be a good like 10-15 minutes, but, you know, we tend to share our best bits, and I am someone who likes to share when I'm, not likes to, but I feel it's important to share the raw, honest stuff, the tears, the anxiety, the stress, the downside, because I don't ever want anyone to look at my feed and think, oh, she's got her SHIT together, or I wish I had that, or I wish I was doing that. Like, life isn't perfect for anyone, so do not ever compare yourself to anyone else. Just always try and be better than you were yesterday. Self-doubt. Don't worry that you won't be able to do it, that you can't do it, that you're not going to get that amazing job, that you're not going to earn that money you want to earn, that you're not going to find love. Like, have faith in yourself. Bad habits. Things like gossiping and, again, mindlessly scrolling and, you know, staying up too late. Laziness. Putting off your dreams. Do not wait until your kids are older to start that business, or until you've lost weight to go on that holiday. Do what you want to do now. Live your life now. There are no rules. I mean, there are a lot of rules in life, but, you know, don't put off your dreams because you think there's going to be a better time. Like, the time is now. Live your dreams. Saying yes to things that you don't want to do. Leave that in 2019. Don't go on those nights out where you're going to end up being around a load of drunk people and being really hungover the next day and regretting your decisions. Don't go to those girly meetups where you know you're just going to end up getting sucked into gossip and just mean girlness. Don't do that extra shift at work if you physically and mentally are exhausted. Equally, saying no to things. Stop saying no to that date with that guy that you know actually is a really nice guy, but you're just a bit nervous and you think he might not like you. Stop saying no to going for that job interview that you know could absolutely change your life. Stop saying no to things that you know are good for you. Regrets. Leave regrets in 2019. There is no point. Learn from things, yes, absolutely. Learn from things in the past, but don't dwell on them, because again, the time is now. There is no, like, the past does not exist anymore. The future does not exist yet. Now is the only time, so live it and embrace it. You know, be mindful, do meditations, do all the things now to just live in now. Second guessing. Stop second guessing things. Follow your intuition. Your intuition is such a powerful, powerful thing. I feel like especially for a woman, although that I'm probably going to get stick for saying that, but women's intuition, it's powerful and it has been spot on with me. And the only thing that I don't regret, because no regrets, but I just wish that I'd started following my intuition sooner. You know, if you get a bad vibe from someone, it's probably for a reason. Being mindful and being present will really help you to do that. Fear. Let go of fear. Again, that kind of links to the worries, but you know, the fear that you're not going to get that job, the fear that they're going to say no to the date, the fear that you're not going to be happy. Like fear is nothing. Like, just, there are so many ways that you can work on overriding it and overcoming it, and this is your time to do that research, do that inner work, do that healing, and just learn more about yourself. Unhealthy habits. So I know that I've already said bad habits, but I'm talking things like smoking, drinking excessively, eating really bad food that isn't good for you, all this processed food and too much sugar and too much fat and things like that. I'm not saying you have to be completely plant-based, you know, you have to be this vegan, on this vegan diet, but just cut out the things that aren't making you feel good. If you're drinking and drinking and drinking and the next day you're feeling terrible with a headache and you've got a bad stomach, that's a sign that your body's saying, like, I do not want this in me. I mean, I eat chocolate, I eat crisps, I will have a McDonald's, you know, once a month probably. But on the whole, I nurture my body, I treat it like a temple, I drink loads of water, I get lots of sleep, I have supplements, I exercise, I have loads of fruits and vegetables and things. Like, just treat your body how you would want someone that you really, really love. Like, imagine someone you really love, they're emptying Lego downstairs, if you can hear that. Picture someone you adore, your child, your partner, someone that you want only the best for. You want them to be nurtured, and that is how you should be thinking for yourself. Tunnel vision. Let go of that tunnel vision. There is a huge world out there, and it is so much more than you and your family and your life right now. Like, there are so many countries out there to visit. I'm not saying you have to go out and travel, but just know that there are so many different types of people with different interests and different hobbies, and there's so much to learn, and so many different kind of programs to watch and different types of music to listen to and different foods to eat and hobbies for you to take on, and just expand a little bit rather than watching the same hauls on YouTube, and rather than listening to the same playlists, try something new, do something a bit different, step outside of the comfort zone. There is so much out there. There are billions of people in the world. You know, this isn't it. This isn't all there is. Next up, toxic people. I am not saying just cut anyone out of your life that doesn't agree with you, isn't in line with the same morals, doesn't have the same ambitions as you, but just try and fill your life with people that do have those same kind of ambitions and morals and build you up. If there are people that you're around all the time, and I have done a video on this actually, which I'll link below, but if there are people that you're around all the time and they constantly put you down and make you feel low and lower your vibrations, don't spend as much time with them. You don't have to completely cut them out, but you know, maybe just limit your interactions with them. Maybe just see them in social situations, or just see them one-on-one. You know, you don't have to be around anyone that you don't want to be around, whether you've been friends with them for years and years and years, whether they're family. The most important thing, the best way that you're going to be the best version of yourself and the best person to other people is if you are surrounding yourself with the things that you want, love and need, and that includes people. Negative self-talk. Stop criticizing what you're doing, stop questioning every move you make and every breath you take. You know, just stop the negative self-talk, stop putting yourself down. Criticizing not only yourself, which is kind of linked to the last one, but other people as well. Stop criticizing other people. Constructive criticism is good, but let people live their lives, especially, you know, if you're going to do it in a constructive way. Tell them personally, oh, just so you know, I don't really think this worked, and maybe you should have done it this way, or oh, maybe just think about that before you do it or something. But it's when it's the nastiness, the, you know, she dresses like this, she looks like this, I can't believe he did that. Just cut it out. There's no need to criticize other people. Focus on your own life. Your ego. Leave your ego in 2019. This is something that I am working on so much, and I listened to a really good podcast. I believe it's by Jay Shetty. I'll try and link it below. And it was all to do with the difference between how do you know if you're going from your ego or your soul, I believe it was. And when you make a decision, when you say something, when you do something, just think to yourself, was that my ego or was that my soul? And he actually recommends doing like a little checklist, and you can tick. And you know, when you respond to someone, if they say, oh, you look horrible today, it is how you respond to that. Do you respond saying like, oh, well, you look like crap as well, which would be your ego, or, you know, thanks for your opinion, not your ego. And it's really interesting to know. I do it a lot now, like even when I'm talking to the boys, when I'm getting myself ready, when something pops into my mind, how I process that thought, I really do think, that was my ego talking, or that was my soul that I used there. And then caring what other people think. Don't worry what other people think. Yes, you want to take into consideration the opinions of people that matter to you, but who cares what strangers on the internet, people that used to know you at school, people that walk past you in the street, who cares what they think? If you know in your heart that you are making the right decisions, you're living by your truth, who cares what anyone else thinks? Just focus on what you think, the people that are close to you, that you know have your best interests at heart, care what they think. Anyone else? 2019. Second to last one is a lack of gratitude and appreciation. Leave that in 2019. Wake up every day grateful and full of appreciation. When I wake up in the morning, if my mind is kind of ruminating, going into overdrive, thinking about things, you know, worries for the future, stresses from the past, anything like that, I go through what I'm grateful for, whether it's thinking, right, my children, my jobs, my home, or sometimes I literally break it down into so much detail. You know, I'm grateful that I've got, you know, all 10 fingers and all 10 toes, that I'm closing my eyes because that's what I do when I'm in bed, that I've woken up today, that I can hear, that I can see, that I can speak, that I can understand, that I can embrace, that I am in a bed, a comfy bed, with clean bedding, that I've got a change of bedding, that I live in a safe city. You know, all of these things build that gratitude. Show gratitude to people. Message your friends, say I'm grateful for you, I really appreciate you. Show appreciation for their actions, and just show gratitude and positivity to the things that you have got. Don't focus on the lack. And finally, my last one, the last thing to leave in 2019, things that you don't want, love or need. I know that's kind of a cheap one because it kind of includes all the stuff that I've already mentioned, but it's kind of my thing, isn't it? Want, love, need. Only go forward into 2020, into the next decade, the next month, the next year, all of that with things that you want, love and need. Anything else, let go of and leave in 2019. And that's it. Those are all of the things that I want you to leave behind you. Focus on the positive things, focus on what lights you up, focus on everything that you want from the next year, the next month, the next decade, and just focus on that. I'm so excited to hear how you guys get on with that. I would love to know if you write a list, if you do a vision board, a goals list, anything like that. Please share it with me. Share it with me with the hashtag 12 days of minimalism challenge, or 12 days of minimalism, anything like that. Tag me in it so that I can see. It's so important to write down those goals, write down what you want, because then all of your focus is going on what you do want. And you know, when you write appreciation and gratitude lists, you're focusing on what you do have and you love, not what you don't have and what you don't love. And you know, you're not focusing on those negatives, you're focusing on all the positives, and there is no room for lack when you're focusing on all that you have. So yes, thank you so much to everyone who joined in. I know that this is a very long one compared to the last one, but I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. I hope that you spend the next few days in the build up to the new year just really thinking about what you're going to let go of. Write it down, burn it, write down all the positives as well and have them as a vision board. Just really focus. It's a really good time to do it. And I will see you guys in 2020. Thanks for watching. Bye.